All right, y'all. So it's been a minute since picking up the camera for YouTube, but a lot's changed. The gym has always been a foundation for me in every chapter of my life, and it's something I've never let go. All the chaos and how hard this past year may have been, not in a very cliche way that people like to describe of things that they victimize themselves that they can't overcome, but hard in the sense of waking up consciously, realizing where I've left untapped potential on the table. I think moving to Houston 3 years ago, after I graduated in December of 2021, it was my first real taste of the real world and being completely cut off from my parents, learning how to not only just adult, but become a man. And with all the chaos in the past year, one of the things that hit me early on this year was the death of my father, who I wasn't close to. The only time he was a part of my life was when I was 10 years old for a single month, and then he kind of abandoned me again. Second time from being in the womb. And that hit me hard and made me go down this deep rabbit hole of self-reflection, which honestly led me to this self-growth. And that's where growth happens, through experiences. But if you're constantly living in this cycle, there's no growth when you're in these cycles. You have to move yourselves beyond this cycle to experience new things, to further expand your mind and your consciousness. I realized with moving down to Houston and this journey of becoming a man, something that I've been searching for my entire life. I found myself playing victim a lot, not having my biological father, but then my stepfather neglecting me and my brother more so, to where he wouldn't acknowledge us when we would talk to him or refer to him as dad when we were children growing up. When you're in this life without any sense of guidance or a mentor or somebody to lean on, it's hard. And it's been difficult for me to open up more so with the social media ultimately, because I don't keep that many people around. I'm always been an introvert, and I've always had trust issues from my past, starting with my father, but even moving on to when I was being beat by my stepdad and retaliating. My mom sent me to a wilderness program where at the age of 12, I was stripped down completely naked with two barely graduated people in their early 20s, and then sent off to the middle of the woods where I had no contact with my family. Rehabilitating and coming back with my family caused a rift in my relationships and my connections with not only my family, but just people in general. I felt very disconnected, like people couldn't relate to me. Through my time posting on social media and especially on YouTube, I felt like I was able to have a safe place where I could talk to, and just with the goal of being able to connect with one person out there. Ultimately, that's what's driven me to pick up the camera and talk to that person. So whether that's you or not, despite the hard times, you can make something constructive out of those dark times, and you can build yourself. That's what the gym has been for me. Ever since I got back from that wilderness program, I started going to the gym as a way to get out of the house. At first, I didn't necessarily like it. I wasn't going for the vanity sake of looking a specific way, which if we're being completely honest, is what bodybuilding is. Bodybuilding's very vain in the sense of a sport. And that's why I'm no longer working with a bodybuilding coach for the time being, because I'm going to the gym and I'm building my body and I'm building my physique ultimately for me, not from the physical gain, but being able to mentally build myself into somebody stronger. Whatever your goals may be, there is a physical component, but it's also about sharpening your mind and becoming a higher version of yourself. I felt like I was becoming a degenerate. After I got out of that wilderness program and I started seeing a therapist, they told me that it sounds like everything's made up in your head. And that was more of the disconnect, to where I felt like people didn't believe me. I felt like the boy who cried wolf, except I was actually going through it. That disconnect and feeling that aloneness and sitting in that silence allowed me to have self-talk to become the person I'm currently am, but also am becoming. There's the Jordan Peterson concept, I suppose, whatever you want to label it, of young men becoming Peter Pan, where you're constantly living as a kid and you're in this state of a continuous cycle without seeing progression. And as much as I was going to the gym started becoming more a way for me to just turn off my mind, as opposed to when I first started working out, when I first started going to the gym and trying to build myself not only physically but mentally. And that's what I've been able to do, is going to a gym lately that isn't the most aesthetic on camera, and I've just been focusing on working out and training over the past year. It's where still 250, but getting back to my roots. And just because you lost touch with something or someone you used to be doesn't mean it can't be found. If you feel like you lost yourself, don't go find yourself. Which again is the cliche of, oh, you gotta go explore the world or whatnot. But to go build yourself. Push yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable. And see who you become. I can promise you, ultimately at the end of the tunnel, change is inevitable. Adversity leads to growth. And if you're constantly keeping yourself in this comfort cycle, even if you don't like your situation that you wake up to every single morning, go do something. Go change something. The simple quote, nothing changes unless you change. In the past year, I finally turned 27. And this was the year that I told myself I was going to live to. Since I was 17, 18, 19, in that age, I didn't see a life beyond my early 20s. I had this fixation on the 27 club to live life to the fullest. I told myself I was going to die young. And that's a huge reason why I was so open in the sense of PED usage with bodybuilding, still doing it with the help of the bodybuilding coach, but not really caring about my life. And that's what led me to going down that hole. And I don't think I necessarily lost myself from PEDs when it comes to bodybuilding, but I didn't care for my life. I didn't appreciate my life. As literally, I thought I would be dead by now. So if you have a life, find something worth living.
I had to stop and just take it all in. Cut that bitch off, she ain't want me to win. Shit back to Rory, I want only red. Flying in private, I'm high when I land. Once you just pop it, you don't make friends. I just be vibing, I don't make plans. I don't get excited no more, I get sad. I'm not addicted, I just got a habit. You want that shit, then you gotta go grab it. Get the fuck up and make one thing happen. Ran up 100 that day, that was random. Pop me another, I might go to heaven. Maybe one more, provide me an answer. Label keep calling, I don't wanna answer. She not the one, but I knew that already. Way back when I was way above average. I'm way above average. I'm way above average. Yeah. I'm way above average. I'm way above average. I'm way above average.
Shui, what is it?